YNABers. My name is Jesse Meekum. This is podcast number 358 for YNAB, where we teach you 4 rules to help you stop living paycheck to paycheck, get out of debt, and save more money. I am going to get back to the basics. I feel like we were off in self-help land. And by self, I mean literally helping Jesse with things. So we're going to get back to some budgeting. And I don't know how long we're going to go with this, but we're just going to dig in. And for those of you that are new listeners, and you aren't binging from 5 years ago all the way forward, which is a scary prospect indeed, let's kind of start with the basics. And for you that have been around for a long time, well, just learn something new again. Let's talk about priorities for just a moment. Maybe this episode, let's just talk about priorities. A budget is nothing more and less than simply a map of your priorities. If I were to look at your budget, I would say, thank you for handing me your priorities. So just let that sink in for a moment. When you hear the word budget, normally, a normal person, of whom you are not, you probably think about, spreadsheets or accounting, which would be even worse, or you think about dieting. And since we're around the new year, maybe you are thinking about dieting, actually. It's, budgets are always about restricting, about denying, and we have to let these stereotypes go. Your budget is just your priorities. Let me see your budget. Let me see your priorities. It's all laid out, and it's not tangible because it's digital, but it's there. You can feel them, right? And maybe some of you perhaps have tried to budget before. Maybe you've come away thinking that you don't have enough money, right? And I was chatting with a friend, and he said, the problem is I just don't have enough. So I budget, but there just simply isn't enough. And my response is one that I've given before. It's essentially this: when you realize that your money is finite, but you are spending more than what you actually bring in, it doesn't change the fact that your money is finite. And a lot of the times we let it. We say, well, I don't have enough money to even meet basic needs, therefore I shouldn't budget at all, because why? And what I'm trying to say here is, listen, budgeting helps you map your money to your priorities, and if you don't have enough money, it still helps you map your money, what little you have, to your priorities, plain and simple. So you've got to let these misconceptions go, or I'm just not good with money. I'm a creative thinker. Well, I'm a creative thinker too, all right? Hot shot, so I'm creative. How dare you think I'm not creative? And I like to budget, so, there. We actually help a lot of creative people here at YNAB that realize that, hey, this actually does work pretty well. It's just about making it work for you. You've got to let these misconceptions go. Many people struggle to budget, though, really, because you're not really sure what your priorities are. And you have desires, we have these dreams, look at that vacation that I just saw on Instagram of that person that I barely know. That looks amazing. We might have even more concrete things like goals. Perhaps you even have some whims, but have you really thought about your priorities and what they actually are? Maybe a priority of yours is spending more time together as a family. Maybe it's spending less. No, I'm just kidding. But maybe it's getting through college debt-free. That was one of mine and Julie's priorities. Maybe you have the priority of eating more local food, or it is that fancy Instagram trip, or going to this fantasy golf course that you've been eyeing for years. Maybe you have a priority of escaping the anxiety that being shackled with debt almost inevitably creates. I just can't tell you what your priorities are. I can just list possibilities, but they're yours. They're your priorities. And we only teach you exactly how to align your money with those priorities. So the result oftentimes is doing something that you haven't ever really done before, and it's about experiencing this, dare I say, perfect confidence that your money is doing exactly, precisely what it should. Now, how would that be if your money was doing precisely, perfectly what it should? That would be brilliant. But you can't get there until you establish your priorities. Next time, I think we'll talk about what we do once we have those priorities in place. Until next time, follow YNAB's 4 rules and you will win financially. You've never budgeted like this. Hey everyone, did you know that You Need a Budget is a book too? If you're looking for a wealth of inspiring success stories and guidance about how to use YNAB's 4 rules to make your money work for you, it's a must read. Pick up your copy at ynab.com/book.